Hi, my name's Kat and I write under the pen name Katie Reed, and I wanted to talk about the fact that last weekend, which when I post this will be weekend before last, I got to go see Erin Morgenstern at her book signing. So the first cool thing is while we were standing in line, they came through and said, "Hey, do you want a Night Circus t-shirt?" And at first I was like, well, I didn't really budget for a t-shirt. And then they said, but it's going out of print. What are you supposed to say to that? No, I don't want this t-shirt that I'm never going to be able to get again? No, you don't say that. You spontaneously say, of course I want to buy a t-shirt. Cool item number 2 is, well, so hold on, because it was a ticketed event. And at first, you go into the event and it says this is a ticketed event. It makes it sound like you kind of have to buy a ticket. Well, I already had a copy of Starless E by Erin Morgenstern, but I really wanted to go to this book signing, so I was like, okay, we're just going to buy the ticket. It doesn't matter. Comes with a copy of the book. Cool, yeah, we'll just get a signed copy. And then, I think probably to justify the cost of the ticket also, and to promote the bistro that is within the bookstore, they gave out this coupon for a specialty cocktail. I am working with my new phone that I got today. I'm hoping that the camera works a little more smoothly. That would be super cool. Working with 64 gigabytes of memory instead of 16, so that's got to do something for me, right? Anyway, specialty cocktail is gin and lime juice and honey. A magical swirl of gin, honey, and lime juice. The Starless Sea. So, I don't know if this is just Erin Morgenstern's drink of choice, if it's something that's featured in the book. Shh, I haven't read it yet. Which probably sounds awful, but it's a raging popular book right now, and I am jumping on that bandwagon, and I have so many friends that are a fan of the Night Circus, that have been trying to get me to read it forever. So it's been on my TBR, and she came to like within 40 minutes of my house, so I shamelessly, without having read anything by her yet, went to her book signing. Anyway, so I thought it also might be fun to have a drink. I may have made it a touch strong. Give that a stir. So, I couldn't drink it the night of the event because I was driving myself. It was horrendous weather. It wasn't that bad when I was driving, but those winds were for real, and they were happening while I was driving to and from this event. But I had already paid to go to it and paid to get a copy of this book. Returns weren't an option. It was a whole thing. So I couldn't drink the drink. So I thought it would be fun to talk about it with you guys while I have this tasty beverage that I'm stirring, because all the lime juice being in the bottom is not my friend. That's better. I don't know how they made it actually at the bar. I know a few people were saying that it was like really strong while I was there, which was a big reason. I had like 2-3 hours there, so I maybe could have gotten a drink right at the start and then been cool to drive on the way back, but with the weather and everything, I just wasn't going to risk it. And then somebody was like, oh yeah, it's strong, and I was like, yeah, no. Other cool thing that happened was I got a signed copy of the Starless Sea. I got a signed copy of the Night Circus. I've really got to get better about looking at my camera. It would help if I put my phone the same orientation every time, but I don't, and I'm a noob, and just bear with me, and thank you if you're still here. What am I going... This is actually my signed copy. This is my signed copy, not the other one. The other one is my copy that I bought before the event, and I'm going to do a giveaway with that one. I'm going to do a giveaway on Instagram. I'm going to be giving a copy of the Starless Sea, not the signed copy. That one's mine. You can't have it. But I'm going to do my other copy that I had already bought, plus a copy of Ever After Again, and a copy of When You Play with Magic. So you're going to get, and When You Play with Magic and the Ever After anthology is signed by myself and Lindsay and Michelle. That's going to be on my Instagram. So if you want to go follow at KDReadAuthor, I'm going to post about that the day. So I'll post this on Monday. So I will post the giveaway post on Tuesday. Yes. Next week. This week. You're this week. My next week. Third really awesome thing that happened. Man, I should have taken the sticky notes out of these before I started this video. They did, they had kind of a neat method of doing the signing. I've never been to like a big author book signing before, but Joseph Beth did this thing where they gave you a call letter, like a signing letter, and so they would call your group up, and then you would have all your books signed, but while you were waiting in line, somebody came through with sticky notes and put the name for the personalization on the sticky note, put it in the book at the page, the title page that had the author's name on it, and then that way they could just open it up, sign it, and then you're good to go on your way. Like, so I thought that was pretty clever. It kept things pretty tame. Nobody like flocked to the authors. It was all very, the etiquette. It was a very pleasant evening. Super introverted, so I was nervous to go to this book signing. I knew there was going to be a lot of people. It was in a big city. It was at Joseph Beth Bookstores, which is a huge bookstore. A lot of people are a big fan of Erin Morgenstern, so I knew it wasn't going to be a quiet event, but they put it together very well, and so it was at least tame, which I appreciated. Also, the cheese quesadilla in the bistro was pretty freaking good. They had a homemade salsa, like an in-house salsa. It was awesome. Not if you don't like cilantro. Then you're going to think it tastes like soap. None of that is what I'm trying to talk about right now. The second author that they had at this event was Alix E. Harrow, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Alix E. Harrow, Alix E. Harrow? Harrow. We're going to go with Harrow. 10,000 Doors of January. Got it signed too. She's actually a Kentucky author, which was exciting. And here's the thing that's about to happen. So if you watched my TBR video, my TBR and writing vlog video that I put up last Friday, then you will know that my reading list for this month already includes not only Starless Sea, but also Skyward and a few other books. I've got a pretty hefty reading list, but I would love it, just for the fun of it, to be able to read the 10,000 Doors of January in January. It just seems really appropriate. I'm going to try to do it. I'm going to try to pull it off, and I don't know, we'll see. The biggest consolation I can give myself there is that January is not referring to the month in this book, it's referring to the character. I know Michelle read this book, and she put a review of it up on her website. I will do my best to remember to put that in the description down below if anyone's interested in reading that. Is there anything else I should put in the description box? My Instagram in the description box below. That'll probably make it easier for you guys to navigate over to that fancy book giveaway that I want to do. The thing I'm doing. That's not where they're going to live. That's my nonfiction section. It's not going to live there. They're going to live over here somewhere, but for the purpose of the video, they're going to stay there. I'm going to grab this. I think I pretty much forgot to tell you guys how I made this drink. I did one part honey, 2 parts lime juice, 1 part gin, filled the rest with lime seltzer water. It's pretty good. One of the things that I really appreciated about this book signing was the Q&A that they did, because I think a large part of the reason that they chose to do the event with Alix Harrow and Alix E. Harrow and Erin Morgenstern is because their books are super similar. Let me hold them up for you, side by side, so that you can see their similarity. I am not a poet, and we all know it, although kind of on a roll right now. I swear I've only had one of these drinks. I haven't even had one. This is my first one. There we go. So you got keys, there's doors. One of the big similarities between these books, other than the covers and all the keys, is that they're both portal fantasies. One of the things that Alix E. Harrow said about it was that they both have doors to other worlds. They both have a child character, main character at the beginning who does not go through the door and later regrets it in life. There's a love story involved, an evil society that closes doors. And she said that pretty much the only difference between the two books is that in Erin's book, the keys turn into swords, and in Alix's book, there's a dog. I don't believe that it's that simplistic. Erin said she really enjoyed this book. I know a lot of people have really enjoyed this book. On the cover, it says, unbearably beautiful. So I'm sure it's going to be amazing. And I think she's probably selling herself short. I forgot to mention that the reason that I loved that Alix E. Harrow and Erin Morgenstern did that comparison with their books is the point they were making is you can have damn near the same exact story, the same basic concepts, and a lot of the same plot beats, and still get a completely different story because it's coming from two completely separate writers. So they did a lot of talking about how no story is original. Everything almost goes back to almost always goes back to Shakespeare or fairy tales or something really deeply rooted in history and in literature, and not to get caught up in trying to think of, oh, is my story original enough? The other thing I super loved about the book signing was that during the Q&A, Erin Morgenstern said that one of her favorite games, like there's a lot of video game references in the Starless Sea, they said, and I'm a big gamer too, and she said that one of her favorite games right now is Dragon Age Inquisition, and that just happens to be the game that I have been devoting way too many hours to, like totally not more than 60 hours. She talked about how she loves playing it because it's super immersive and the storyline is great and you can change it depending on the decisions that you made. And I was just like, yay, I'm not the only like gamer, author, nerd. I know that that's not the case, but it's just nice to hear it out loud. Let me know what you think of these books in the comments. Oh, did you read 10,000 Doors of January? Let me know what you think of that one too. And The Night Circus. And I'm going to stop with the awkward outro now. Bye!